Good evening, friends. Time is the most precious commodity we possess. Unlike money, once it's spent, we cannot earn it back. Every second that ticks by is an opportunity, a chance to shape our future and fulfill our potential. Yet, too often we find ourselves caught in a cycle of distractions, putting off what really matters. If you want to live a life of purpose and impact, you must learn to value and manage your time effectively. Every person on this earth has been given the same 24 hours a day. What makes the difference between success and failure is not the amount of time, but how that time is used. Successful people understand that time must be harnessed and directed toward meaningful goals. They do not waste it on trivial pursuits or fleeting pleasures. They focus, they plan, and they act with intentionality. Think about it each day as an opportunity to move one step closer to your destiny. Every hour wasted is an hour you can never recover. If you want to become the person you were born to be, you must master the art of time management. It's time to stop letting procrastination, laziness, and distractions rob you of your future. You must wake up every morning with a sense of purpose. You must embrace discipline and develop habits that foster growth. The time to start is not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Your future depends on it. Time is the most irreplaceable asset we have. Unlike money, possessions, or even health, time cannot be earned back once it's lost. We are all given a limited supply of it, but none of us knows exactly how much. This makes time a more valuable resource than anything else. The wealthiest person on earth cannot buy more of it, and no amount of power or influence can stretch it. Every second that passes is gone forever, carrying with it the potential that could have been realized in that moment. Too many people live as though they have all the time in the world, putting off their dreams, delaying their purpose, and postponing their growth. But life doesn't offer us an endless supply of moments to get it right. Every minute wasted is a minute we could have used to learn, to grow, to advance toward our destiny. Time is finite, and the sooner we grasp this reality, the more urgently we will live. When we understand the true value of time, we start making different choices. We begin to assess how we spend our days and where we invest our energy. We stop living aimlessly, and instead we live purposefully, knowing that each day counts. Every decision, every action, and every task becomes an investment in the future we want to create. Those who squander time often live with regret, realizing too late that they spent their days on things that didn't matter. But those who recognize the preciousness of time approach life with focus and intentionality. They don't wait for perfect conditions to start. They seize the moment, understanding that the window of opportunity won't remain open forever. If time is finite, then every moment is priceless. We must be wise stewards of the time we've been given, for it is the foundation upon which we build our lives. The choices we make today will determine the quality of our tomorrow. Success is not determined by how much time we have, but by what we do with the time we are given. Every person, regardless of their background or circumstances, has the same number of hours in a day. Yet, the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who fall short lies in how they choose to use those hours. Time is the raw material of success. It is the canvas upon which we paint our dreams, and how we manage it determines the quality of the life we build. Those who succeed are not necessarily the most talented or the most fortunate. They are the ones who recognize the value of time and refuse to waste it. They are intentional about how they spend each moment, understanding that every hour presents an opportunity to move closer to their goals. Think about it, the most successful people don't have more hours in a day than anyone else. They simply prioritize what matters. They know that time must be invested, not spent. They invested in learning, in growth, in developing their skills, and in taking action. They understand that time is a currency, and how they spend it determines the return they receive in life. Those who misuse their time often wonder why success seems elusive. They may work hard, but their efforts are scattered, unfocused, and reactive. They are busy, but not productive. On the other hand, successful people are strategic with their time. They know where they are headed, and they align their daily actions with their long-term vision. They set clear priorities and eliminate distractions, understanding that time, once lost, cannot be regained. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about using time efficiently, making each moment count, and focusing on what will bring you closer to your desired outcome. Successful people know that time is their greatest asset and they refuse to squander it on trivial pursuits or aimless activity. They guard their time fiercely, recognizing that every minute wasted is a minute that could have been used to advance their purpose. In the end, success is not an accident. It is the result of deliberate choices made day by day, hour by hour. It's the product of a disciplined approach to time, where each decision is made with the future in mind. Those who master the use of time master the art of success, for they understand that how they manage their moments determines the legacy they leave behind. Distractions are silent thieves that rob us of our potential, often without us even realizing it. They creep into our lives subtly, disguising themselves as harmless or even necessary, but their effect is profound. Every moment spent on distractions is a moment stolen from our dreams, our growth, and our purpose. The true danger of distractions lies in their ability to divert our focus from what truly matters, causing us to lose sight of our goals and waste the precious time we have. Distractions are not always obvious. They come in many forms: endless scrolling on social media, unnecessary meetings, trivial conversations, or tasks that feel urgent but are not important. These things may seem small and insignificant in the moment, but they accumulate. Over time, they steal hours, days, and even years from our lives. They keep us busy but not productive, filling our time with activity that produces no lasting value. When we allow ourselves to be consumed by distractions, we give away our power. We become reactive, constantly responding to the demands and stimuli around us instead of being proactive in pursuing our purpose. Distractions pull us in multiple directions, fragmenting our attention and weakening our ability to concentrate. And without focus, we lose the capacity to move forward with clarity and intention. The most successful people are not immune to distractions. They simply recognize their danger and guard against them. They understand that focus is the key to progress, and anything that takes them off course is a threat to their success. They are disciplined about where they place their attention, knowing that every moment lost to distraction is a moment that could have been invested in their future. Distractions often offer instant gratification, but at the cost of long-term achievement. They lure us with the promise of comfort, entertainment, or relief from the pressures of life, but the satisfaction they bring is fleeting. Meanwhile, the work that really matters, the work that will lead to growth and success, remains undone. To truly reach our potential, we must learn to resist the pull of distractions. This requires discipline, a clear understanding of our priorities. It means setting boundaries, saying no to what doesn't serve our purpose, and staying focused on what truly matters. It's about taking control of our time and refusing to let distractions dictate our day. In the end, distractions are thieves because they steal what is most valuable: our time, our focus, and ultimately our destiny. If we are to fulfill our purpose and achieve our dreams, we must guard against them with vigilance, ensuring that our energy is directed toward what will bring us closer to the life we are meant to live. Procrastination is a silent enemy that hinders progress and delays the fulfillment of our potential. It is the habit of putting off until tomorrow what should be done today. And though it often feels harmless in the moment, its effects are destructive. Procrastination steals not only our time, but our opportunities, growth, and momentum. It quietly erodes the foundation of our dreams, leaving us further from our goals with each passing day. At its core, procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. We convince ourselves that we will have more time later, that conditions will be better, or that we can delay action without consequence. But the truth is, every time we procrastinate, we are deferring our own progress. The tasks we avoid do not disappear, they simply accumulate, creating a larger burden in the future. Meanwhile, the opportunities we let pass by are often lost forever because time does not wait for us to be ready. The deceptive nature of procrastination lies in its ability to make inactivity seem reasonable. We tell ourselves we need more time to prepare, to think things through, or to wait for the perfect moment. But in reality, perfection never comes, and readiness is often found in action, not in waiting. Those who succeed understand that waiting for ideal conditions is a trap. They know that progress is made not by perfect timing, but by consistent effort. The moment we start is the moment we begin to grow. Procrastination is also a thief of confidence. The longer we delay, the more daunting the task becomes. What could have been a simple step forward begins to feel overwhelming, and doubt creeps in. We begin to question our abilities and our readiness, further feeding the cycle of delay. In contrast, when we take immediate action, no matter how small, we build momentum. Each completed task, each forward movement, strengthens our belief in ourselves and our ability to achieve our goals. The danger of procrastination is that it creates a false sense of security. We believe we have time, but in reality, time is finite. Life does not promise us endless tomorrows, and every day we delay is a day we can never get back. Procrastination not only delays our success, it risks forfeiting it altogether. The opportunities we pass up today may not be available tomorrow. The dreams we defer may never come to fruition if we continue to wait. To conquer procrastination, we must cultivate the discipline of immediate action. This doesn't mean rushing or acting recklessly, but it means taking the first step, however small. It means moving forward even when conditions aren't perfect and trusting that clarity and direction will come through action, not hesitation. The time to start is always now. Procrastination is an enemy that robs us of our future by keeping us stuck in the present. The sooner we recognize this, the sooner we can break free from its grip and begin to make meaningful progress toward our goals. True success comes to those who understand that each moment counts, and that waiting is often the greatest risk of all. Discipline is the bridge between where we are and where we are meant to be. It is the commitment to do what must be done, even when we don't feel like it. Without discipline, dreams remain ideas, goals remain unfulfilled, and potential lies dormant. Progress does not happen by accident. It is the result of intentional, consistent effort. Discipline is the force that keeps us moving forward, even when the journey gets tough, when motivation fades, or when distractions beckon. Discipline is not about harshness or rigid routines. It's about alignment. It aligns our actions with our goals, ensuring that what we do daily reflects where we want to go. When we are disciplined, we make deliberate choices. We prioritize long-term success over short-term comfort. We understand that progress requires sacrificing leisure for learning, convenience for consistency, and fleeting pleasures for lasting fulfillment. The truth is, talent alone is not enough. Many people have extraordinary abilities, but without discipline, those abilities remain unused. Discipline is what transforms potential into achievement. It teaches us to stay the course, to persevere through challenges, and to do the hard work, even when no one is watching. Those who achieve great things are not always the most gifted. They are often the ones who are the most disciplined. They show up day after day, doing the small things that compound into success over time. Progress demands consistency, and consistency requires discipline. It is not enough to work hard occasionally or when we feel inspired. Discipline pushes us to act even when the excitement fades, when the results are slow to appear, and when distractions threaten to pull us off track. It trains us to build habits that create momentum, small, repeated actions that lead to growth and transformation. Discipline also refines our character. It teaches us patience, perseverance, and resilience. Progress is rarely a straight line. There are setbacks, delays, and difficulties along the way. But discipline equips us to endure. It gives us the strength to keep going, to learn from failure, and to trust the process, knowing that progress often comes slowly and incrementally. Every great achievement is the result of disciplined effort. Whether it's mastering a skill, building a business, or developing meaningful relationships, success is built on the foundation of consistent work. Discipline creates structure in our lives. It helps us manage our time, stay focused on our goals, and resist the distractions that threaten to derail us. Without discipline, we drift aimlessly, wasting time and energy on things that do not matter. Progress requires discipline because growth is often uncomfortable. It demands that we step outside our comfort zones, embrace challenges, and push beyond our limits. Discipline helps us embrace that discomfort, understanding that it is part of the process. It reminds us that the price of success is persistence, and that every step we take, no matter how small, brings us closer to our destination. Ultimately, discipline is the key to unlocking our potential. It is the commitment to show up, do the work, and stay focused no matter what. Discipline may not always feel rewarding in the moment, but over time it produces fruit in the form of growth, achievement, and fulfillment. It is the constant, faithful effort that creates progress and paves the way to the future we envision. Every day is a gift, an irreplaceable unit of time that holds the potential to shape our destiny. No matter where we are in life, the choices we make today determine the trajectory of our tomorrow. Each day presents an opportunity to take a step forward, to learn, to grow, and to align ourselves more closely with our purpose. The danger lies in assuming that some days don't matter or that we have time to waste. In reality, every day counts. Because life is the sum of what we do daily. It is easy to underestimate the power of a single day, but greatness is not achieved overnight. It is built incrementally. The people who succeed are those who understand that small, consistent efforts over time lead to extraordinary results. A goal may seem distant, a dream may appear impossible, but when we make the most of each day, we are constantly closing the gap between where we are and where we want to be. Even on the days when progress feels slow or invisible, each bit of effort is like a seed planted in the soil of our future. We must be mindful that days once spent cannot be reclaimed. What we neglect today becomes a missed opportunity tomorrow. There are no extra days waiting at the end of our lives, and there is no way to borrow time from the future. Every day matters because it is part of a chain that forms the structure of our lives. Breaking that chain through complacency or procrastination weakens our momentum and makes it harder to reach the goals we set for ourselves. Time does not ask for our permission to pass, it moves relentlessly forward, whether we are prepared or not. If we wait for perfect circumstances to take action, we may find that the opportunity has slipped through our fingers. The truth is, every day offers its own window of possibility, and that window does not remain open indefinitely. The actions we take or fail to take today shape the opportunities we will or will not have tomorrow. Even the seemingly ordinary days count. There will be days that feel routine, uneventful, or even discouraging. But those are often the most important days, the ones that build character, teach perseverance, and establish habits that will sustain us in the long run. Success is not the result of occasional bursts of effort. It is the product of showing up consistently, doing the work, and trusting that the process will yield results. Every day is a chapter in the story of our lives. We must choose to write it with intention, knowing that how we spend our time reveals what we truly value, the decisions we make, the habits we cultivate, and the actions we take on a daily basis create the framework for our future. If we waste today, we weaken that framework. But if we invest today wisely, we build a future that reflects our vision and purpose. There is no neutral ground when it comes to time. Every day either moves us closer to our goals or further away from them. The question is not whether today matters, but how we choose to use it. If we embrace each day with purpose, we tap into the power that small steps, taken consistently, have to produce great outcomes over time. Ultimately, every day is an opportunity, a chance to start fresh, to make progress, and to become more of who we were created to be. The key to a fulfilling life lies in recognizing the significance of today, knowing that no moment is too small to matter. When we live with the awareness that every day counts, we become intentional about our time, and over time, we create a life that reflects the fullness of our potential. Living a meaningful life requires intentionality, making deliberate choices that align with your goals, values, and purpose. To act with intention means that you are not merely going through the motions, reacting to whatever comes your way, or allowing circumstances to dictate your actions. Instead, it means that every step you take, every decision you make serves a higher purpose. It is the discipline of being mindful, purposeful, and focused on what truly matters, knowing that your time and energy are limited resources that must be invested wisely. When you act with intention, you are no longer driven by convenience or emotions, but by clarity and purpose. Intentional action demands that you first define your goals and priorities. Without this clarity, life becomes a series of random activities and progress is impossible. People who drift aimlessly from task to task, day after day, often wonder why their lives feel unfulfilled. They are busy, but not productive. They confuse movement with progress. Intentional living removes this confusion by directing effort toward meaningful outcomes, ensuring that what you do today contributes to the future you desire. Acting with intention also requires a sense of ownership. You must take responsibility for your choices and understand that your success or failure is not a matter of luck or circumstance, but the result of what you do or don't do each day. This level of accountability means you no longer make excuses or blame others when things don't go your way. Instead, you recognize that your actions today create the foundation for your tomorrow. Even small decisions, how you spend your mornings, what you focus on, and how you handle challenges shape the life you build over time. Intentional action demands focus. In a world filled with distractions and noise, it is easy to get pulled in multiple directions. But when you act with intention, you learn to say no to what doesn't align with your priorities. You guard your time and attention fiercely, knowing that every decision to engage in one thing is a decision to forgo something else. This discipline of focus empowers you to stay on course even when the road gets hard or the results seem distant. Acting with intention also means being proactive instead of reactive. Many people spend their days putting out fires, responding to emergencies, and handling whatever comes their way. But living intentionally requires that you shift from reacting to life to directing it. You plan ahead, anticipate obstacles, and make decisions based on where you want to go, not where life happens to take you. This proactive mindset creates momentum, allowing you to build toward your goals with consistency and purpose. There will be times when acting with intention feels uncomfortable, especially when it requires sacrifice, discipline, or delayed gratification. But intentionality reminds you that every step forward, no matter how difficult, brings you closer to your purpose. It encourages you to embrace the discomfort, knowing that it is part of the process of growth and success. Acting without intention, on the other hand, leads to frustration, regret, and unfulfilled potential. Intentional action also cultivates a deeper sense of fulfillment. When you live purposefully, you begin to see the connection between what you do today and what you become tomorrow. Every task, conversation, and experience takes on new meaning because it contributes to a greater vision. You no longer feel like a passenger in your own life, you become the driver, actively shaping your future with every choice you make. Ultimately, acting with intention empowers you to live a life of impact. It ensures that your energy is directed toward things that matter, so your efforts are not wasted on trivial pursuits. It allows you to walk in alignment with your values, goals, and purpose, making each day count. When you act with intention, you unlock the power of deliberate living, transforming your potential into reality, step by step, with every purposeful action you take. Waiting for the perfect moment is one of the greatest illusions of life. The truth is, the time to start is now. There will never be a time when conditions are perfectly aligned, when fear completely disappears, or when every question is answered. Life does not wait for us to feel fully prepared. Opportunities do not pause for our convenience. The moment we decide to act is the moment life begins to move in our favor. Progress is unlocked not by waiting, but by starting right here and right now. Procrastination disguises itself as caution, convincing us that tomorrow will somehow be better. But tomorrow is uncertain. It is a promise life may not keep. The only time we truly have is the present, and every moment spent waiting is a moment lost forever. Time will move forward whether we take action or not, and every delay brings us further from the goals we could have achieved. If we do not begin today, we risk carrying our unfulfilled dreams into a future that may never come. Starting now doesn't mean you have to have it all figured out. Many people wait because they feel unready or inadequate. But growth happens in the doing, not the waiting. Clarity comes through action. The first step may feel small or awkward, but it is the first step that breaks the grip of fear and inertia. Once you start, momentum begins to build, and what once felt impossible becomes manageable. Waiting for perfect readiness is an excuse that robs us of opportunities to learn, to grow, and to develop along the way. The time to start is now, because each moment holds potential. Every great achievement, invention, or movement began with someone taking the first step despite uncertainty. Those who succeed understand that action is more powerful than hesitation. They know that while they cannot control the future, they can control what they do today. And when they act, they unlock doors that would have remained closed if they had waited. The act of starting triggers a ripple effect, creating new opportunities, insights, and connections that only appear once the journey has begun. Starting now also puts time on your side. Success is not built overnight. It requires time, effort, and consistency. The earlier you start, the more time you have to learn from mistakes, adjust your approach, and build momentum. The longer you delay, the more you compress the time available to achieve your goals. Time will always be an ally to those who act and an enemy to those who wait. The question is not whether time will pass, but whether we will use it or let it slip through our fingers. Fear often tempts us to wait: fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or fear of rejection. But inaction does not eliminate fear, it only magnifies it. The longer we wait, the more intimidating the task becomes. Starting now breaks the grip of fear, allowing us to move forward with courage and confidence. Even small victories along the way build the strength we need to keep going. Each step we take chips away at doubt and uncertainty, replacing them with belief in our own ability. Life rewards those who act with urgency. Opportunities rarely present themselves twice in the same way. If we wait too long, the doors we once could have walked through may close. Dreams, visions, and goals are time sensitive. They require action within the season they were given. When we ignore the present moment, we risk missing the unique opportunities it holds. The time to start is now, because each delay reduces the chances of success and dims the light of possibility. Ultimately, waiting is the greatest risk of all. Regret is not born from failure, but from never starting at all. There is nothing more painful than looking back on life and realizing that we let fear, doubt, or perfectionism keep us from becoming who we were meant to be. The only way to avoid that regret is to start now, without hesitation. It may feel uncomfortable, and it may require sacrifice, but the reward of knowing you gave your best effort will far outweigh the discomfort of the journey. The time to start is now, because tomorrow is not guaranteed and opportunities are fleeting. There is no better moment than the present to begin pursuing your dreams, developing your gifts, and walking in your purpose. Every second you wait is a second you cannot get back. The power to change your life lies in your hands, and the first step is yours to take.